Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas
and Aušra Pinkevičienė.
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as total organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Aušra.
Let's start episode 344 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by Glenn and he writes, Hi Vidas and Aušra. I love your podcast, especially that I can read the transcript when I am in a place where I can't listen. I have a question about articulation. When you have a sustained note like in the first partial measure of BWV 603 right hand, and an adjacent voice that sounds the same note, how do you articulate it? Do you just hold the sustained note? Then it seems like the adjacent voice just goes away. Or do you break the sustained note to sort of make room for the converging voice? Then it seems you don't hear the sustained note like you should. Similar problem in the fourth measure. Am I missing something? Thank you, Glenn. This is really common, I think, situation when two voices are very close together and then they form a unison at some point. And what you do also.
True, and actually it's a very complex issue. It should be a simple one, but no, I don't think I found a right answer to it. And sometimes it depends on situation. Sometimes I just leave that note for a short while another voice hits the same key again, and then I keep holding it, and sometimes not.
Marcel Dupré once wrote that in this situation it's better to repeat, right? To lift up the sustained note and to make a rest with exact break of a unit value. I mean, the shortest, most common rhythmical value in the piece. Let's say it's 8 note, right?
I think it's a very good advice. But sometimes when the texture is very thick, I don't follow it because, it takes too much pain to do it.
And also sometimes you don't necessarily have the same situation or equal situation because sometimes this second voice is important and sometimes really not important.
But the thing is that interests me the most was why especially it's very often the case in Bach's music, why he does that, why he composes like that. And I understood this only when I started to teach harmony.
Understood.
Yes, because he is very particular about voice leading. And usually in places like this, if he would do something else, then the voice leading would sort of suffer.
So if you are really particular about that and want to be very precise, then probably lifting up and making a break in the sustained note is a good idea. Especially if you are playing in a acoustical environment when the echo is great.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But then you need to be very meticulous about that. Are you very meticulous, Ausra? Are you perfectionist?
Well, I would say yes.
More than me?
Especially now when I'm teaching, harmony for so many years.
Mm-hmm.
Voice leading is very important for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I always analyze how, each voice goes and why it goes like that. And it's important for me what I have to sustain and what I have to, to release and when to do it.
Mm-hmm. And in practice, this is one of the things that separates amateurs from professionals too. This professional attitude, attention to details.
And I think when learning, especially Bach's music, because it's so complex, it's very wise to start with a very slow tempo and really to listen what is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you will learn it in a wrong way, with a wrong voice leading, then you will have a real hard time to fixing it. Sometimes it's much easier to learn a new piece than to fix something that you have learned incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's quite easy, to miss things with thick polyphonic texture.
Exactly. When I'm playing modern pieces, sometimes I get carried away and forget to look at the middle voices and lift them at the precise time. Maybe not because of sloppiness, but maybe lack of time. You remember last time I played this recital with organ works by Teisutis Makačinas, and there was a reason I didn't play extremely precisely. You know what? Because composer didn't write extremely precisely. Because every time something repeats, he writes something differently, and he likes that. So I thought to myself, maybe I should also play some in a different way every time.
Don't remind me about it. When I remember that, second part of that second sonata, I just feel really bad.
You were my assistant.
True. And everything just sounds the same and the same and the same. And when you have to add stops or to turn page, and if you just miss, a few measures by accident, then you cannot find, which spot you are on, because everything looks and sounds the same, or almost the same.
What would you rather do, teach harmony or assist a piece like that?
Well, I better teach harmony.
So I presume that compensation, financial reward for you has to be bigger, right? When you assist in registering this piece than teaching harmony.
Well, I never thought about it, but maybe you really have to pay me for all that work that I did for you.
Okay, let's make a deal. I will pay you when they pay me, okay? Because it was actually a surprise. I was going to play it for free, just because composer asked me, and he was our former harmony professor and polyphonic professor at Academy of Music in Vilnius. But when he came to the rehearsal, he said that Lithuanian Composers Union is going to pay me for this performance. So, is it fair to say, Ausra, that I should give you half of what I received?
Well, no, I don't think half would be fair. I think you need to give me maybe like
more.
10%.
10%?
Yes.
Oh, you're being modest. Let me give you 60%.
Okay, we will see. I think you will forget about it.
No. Let me give you 60%, but then you will buy me coffee.
Okay. I make for you coffee every morning, so...
And take me to the movie as well.
You're asking too much.
Thank you guys for listening. We hope this was entertaining to you. And remember that you have to actually think in details, right? It's very good. Unless you are really, really short of time, and then you choose what is better to play with less perfection, but complete musical texture and rhythmical drive, or with great precision but stuck every 10 measures or so.
Well, don't take me wrong. If you are playing with precision, it doesn't mean that you play slowly and sloppy and boringly. It's not why I'm studying that voice leading in each piece that I'm playing. Because now you put fast and exciting and precise, slow and boring. It's not a right way, I think, to say things. You can do everything precisely, but in a fast tempo too.
I'm saying from my perspective, because I had to choose.
But I'm not talking about your last recital. I'm talking more, in general.
In general, I was talking about me. I always talk about me. I'm very egoistic.
Well, I don't think, or maybe if you would have played that recital very precisely, maybe it would be easier for me than to assist you. I don't know.
But it would last maybe half as long.
Because honestly, at that recital, I thought maybe I just simply don't have a pitch and can hear and can see anything.
Could not follow the score.
Yes, in that particular one spot. Few pages in a row, yes. I felt lost, and I'm almost certain that you didn't play as it was written in.
Was it almost as good as written?
I don't know. Maybe it was even better. Who knows? You never know with contemporary music.
And composer asked me to improvise at the end too.
And I think that was the nicest part of your recital. I'm always surprised how slow you can be, doing all the domestic things that I'm asking you to do. Let's say to help me in the kitchen or, do something else, like cleaning, and how incredible you can be on the organ.
We all have our own challenges and handicaps, I think.
I know, because then when I see you on the organ bench and hear you are playing, I'm thinking, this man can be really fast.
But you see, you are much better at both things, in the kitchen and playing organ.
Well, no, I couldn't improvise like you.
Maybe you don't know because you didn't play that recital. You see, I did. So maybe next year, composer asks you to play, and then you say, "Okay, professor, I will improvise."
Thank you. No, I have already my recitals planned for the next year. So.
You will go to Paris, right? Notre Dame?
This will be in 2020, so it's not the next year.
2020, exactly. All right. Thank you guys again. And please keep sending us your questions. We love helping you grow. And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, "The sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your SS courses and all your help."
Robert writes, I found the fingerings, registration ideas and general comments to be excellent.
John writes, I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you were teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner and I have committed to taking the time to get it right as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor.
Robert writes, it has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching.
Ron writes, Hi Vidas and Ausra, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this haha no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Ausra and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward.
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas
and Ausra from Secrets of Organ Playing.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.